know you're not a huge movie guy.
I'm lost.
Everything else is just kind of filler. Okay, so we're doing spoilers.
What is his story?
I don't know how to end this.
Deal with it.
Dark.
No,
Okay, no, we're
not
good.
really.
Okay.
Okay.
Uh,
So we just got finished watching Echo. It's the newest Marvel show that's come out, and it's the first one under like Spotlight Marvel. And
okay. Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
supposed to be more of like a character-driven stories that they're doing with this, and they can be more mature. Like this one was definitely more mature than some of the other stuff we've seen. But I'm curious to know what your thoughts was on this 5-episode series.
It got better. Let's put it that way. Like at first, I was like, I don't care about this character, but by the end of it, I was jamming with it, man. I
Mhm.
don't know. I liked it by the end of it, and I'm glad it wasn't like a full series. You know, it's only 5
Yeah.
episodes. It could have been an episode or two shorter, but it wasn't bad. I'm not upset that it was 5 episodes.
Yeah.
I liked it. They made me care about a character that I did not care about before.
Yeah. I'm with you there. I do feel like it could have they probably could have cut out an episode. I feel like it could have been 4.
Yeah.
And I feel like if it would have been any longer, I wouldn't have liked it as much because I would have felt like this is really dragging because there
Yeah.
was some slow bits for sure.
Oh,
But
yeah.
I did like it more than I thought I would, and I really think a big part of that was seeing more of Kingpin too, because seeing him back and him actually be the kind of like threatening force he was in Daredevil and not just like the little
White
5-minute
shirt wearing.
scene.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
He beat
5-minute
up by a
scene we
little
got.
girl.
And I feel like they handled his character very well. They took what we got from Daredevil and they were like, okay, people really didn't like what we did in Hawkeye. Let's go back to what we did with the Roots. And I really
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
And if this is full spoilers, which I'm fine with doing if you are,
That's our channel, baby. Like,
yeah. I really liked towards the end whenever they called back to him being in his room and hearing his like father beat on his mother and stuff, and then having the like hammer show up that he like killed his father with, like that directly ties into the Daredevil show. And I don't know if we talked about this or not, but if you look on Disney Plus now, the Daredevil, Jessica Jones, Iron Fist, and Luke Cage, they're all put under the cinematic universe timeline now. So they're officially canon again. Whereas before they were kind of like, this might have happened, but it's whatever. But now it's like, this is canon. This stuff.
is
So
Iron Fist canon?
Iron Fist is canon, yeah. I know. I don't know how I feel about that.
Didn't that show get? This isn't an Iron Fist review, but should we do an Iron Fist review? I don't want to watch the show again. Never mind. We're not doing an Iron Fist review. Never mind.
If they come out with something Iron Fist related, we might have to go back and do it.
They need to do like a quick, like 1 episode, maybe 45-minute thing to just like, okay, this character isn't utter trash, you know? That'll be good with
yeah.
that. But this is an Iron Fist review. I can't believe they made it all canon because there's a lot of stuff in there that I was like, huh, this is weird. It didn't feel like it fit in with MCU. I don't know. Do you hear that? I'm kind of excited about that.
Yeah, because especially with Punisher too. Like I feel like, Daredevil, Punisher, Jessica Jones, Luke Cage, those are all like perfect castings. I couldn't picture anyone else being those characters. And I'm very excited to see where they go with that. Especially now they've also confirmed, I know we're kind of getting off topic with Echo, but they've confirmed that Foggy and Karen are going to be in the new Daredevil show. Whereas before they were saying they weren't going to reprise the roles, but now they are.
Nice.
So it's really cool we're
were
getting all this stuff again.
Yeah.
But overall, I really did enjoy this little show that kind of gets you back into the more like city, the street level hero, like that kind of atmosphere.
Yeah. I wouldn't mind seeing another Defenders, maybe a little less, obviously a little less cheesy of a Defenders. The last one got a little cheesy. Yeah, I wouldn't mind seeing the Defenders.
Yeah. One thing I will say, I kind of was disappointed with Daredevil only being in one scene in this show.
I
When they
mean,
put him in the trailer, it's like, don't put him in the trailer if he's only going to be in one scene, you know?
well, you
Make
know
that a
why they put him in the
surprise.
trailer? They put him in the trailer because it would pull people in. And they, to
Yeah,
be fair, they did need that because this character wasn't all that exciting, to be honest. At least not to me.
yeah, yeah, no, I
Like
agree.
in a Hawkeye, I was like, oh, she just felt like a gimmick character, you know?
Hmm.
Like, oh yeah, she's not like the bad guy, but like one of the main antagonists. She just felt kind of gimmicky, you know, like she was just, I don't know, just like a way
Yeah,
to relate to Hawkeye because of the whole deaf thing. I don't know, it just felt weird. But I like how they actually, again, made a character that I did not care about, made me actually care about. And my favorite, I have two favorite characters in this whole series. I'll get yours first. What are yours?
okay. Honestly, probably Biscuits. I liked Biscuits. I really did. But then also, I gotta say, Kingpin. Like seeing
Okay.
him back, like he's a good villain, man. He really is. Like even though his motivation wasn't always clear in this one, just Vincent D'Onofrio does such a good job portraying him. Like perfect casting again. Like the Netflix guys did great with all the casting for those.
Hmm.
So it was really cool to see him again.
I would have to agree that objectively, you're right. Kingpin is like probably the best character in that entire show. Even despite Maya, I mean, don't get me wrong, she's a good character, but Kingpin just takes the cake whenever he's on screen.
Mhm.
But other than like objectively better, I think my two most favorite like fun characters, Grandpa and Biscuits. Biscuits is my spirit animal, and I just want to live with Grandpa.
Yeah, no, I liked both of them a lot. And then one thing I will say too, I really enjoyed the first three episodes opening scenes. Like, I think the second one was my least favorite, but the third one, where it was like black and white and like a Western and it was all Native American, like that was so cool.
Mhm.
Those three openings really threw me off each time. I was like, where is this going? Like, what's going on here? And then I feel like it tied really well into the end.
I know, I know it's part of her comic book character, but how did you feel about her having powers?
I didn't know she had powers. So
Really?
no, yeah, when that happened, I was like, oh,
Well, I didn't
okay.
know either. I just figured that like she has powers, you know,
Mm,
because it's probably in the comic books. I don't actually know,
yeah.
but
I'll,
and you don't feel like it spoiled it or made it just too cheesy, or you think it was still good?
no, yeah, I mean, I'm fine with it. You know, I mean, this is a superhero universe. Who cares if someone gets powers? Like,
Yeah,
go for it.
and yeah, they got tied into superheroes somehow or another.
Hmm.
But yeah, I like how it wasn't like throughout the entire series. It was, I mean, you saw it a little bit towards the middle, just like a little, you know, with her like getting her leg uncaught out of the train or whatever. And then like you really only really saw it like the last episode or two.
Yeah,
You know, like, and I like that it wasn't, you know, there wasn't like a training montage. There wasn't this or that, you know, it was, I don't know. It was nice because we got to see her just being a her and not her being some superpowered person, you know?
exactly.
It was kind of nice. Yeah.
Yeah. And now for the final thing I'll say, that post-credit scene. Man, it's been a while since a post-credit
Yes.
scene got me like that. That has me pumped because I feel like that's what the Daredevil show is going to get into with Kingpin trying to run for mayor. And it's like, I'm excited.
Yeah. Yeah. I wouldn't.
Oh,
I know he's like a Daredevil villain, but I can see that also maybe tying into Spider Man a little bit, you know,
yes, and I
because
would
he's
be
also a
totally
Spider
down for
Man
that
villain.
too. Yeah, I want to
I
see.
mean,
I want to
hey,
see this version
we
fight
know
Spider
Matt
Man.
Murdock is Peter Parker. Well, was Peter Parker's lawyer. You don't remember him now, but hey,
Yeah,
even if it's just like a FaceTime call with Peter Parker, I don't know. I mean, they don't know each other. Oh, well,
I
Peter
don't know
knows
if
him, but
would Daredevil use FaceTime.
okay, phone call. Shut up.
Oh gosh. All right. Well, I'm ready to rate it if you are.
Oh my goodness. You go first because I don't. I gotta think about it for a second.
Okay, so this is not a bad rating, but it's gonna sound lower. I'd give it a 6 out of 10. Like, nothing super crazy happened in it. Like, it's not that important or anything to the overall story, but I had fun with it in moments, but other times I really did feel like it was dragging. Like, we originally planned to watch this all in one day, and I feel like if it would have kept my attention, like if I would have been glued to the screen, I would have powered through and made it through, but I was just like, nah, I'd rather go to sleep right now and like wait and finish this
Yeah.
like so overall I'm gonna give it a 6 out of 10.
I was literally thinking 6 out of 10 as you said it. I'm
Yeah.
right there with you. It feels like one of those, you know, an episode a night. Not necessarily
Mhm.
binge worthy. But to be fair, they played into that because it's only like 5 episodes. So they were smart. They knew what they had. They knew it wasn't like incredibly super engaging. They understood that. And honestly, I feel like that's what these spotlights are probably going to be, sort of simple episode a night, just kind of look into these characters' lives, not necessarily their big epic stories.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm right there with you. 6 out of 10. It felt like a good place. I don't think I would be clamoring to see like a second season or whatever, but I would be like, oh, I would be pleasantly surprised.
Yeah. I feel like they're gonna just bring her into other street level heroes stories, like
Yeah.
throw her into like have her in an episode of the Daredevil show or something like that.
Yeah.
No.
I'm curious where she's going to go from here, because is she going to go anywhere? Because she's just kind of now not in New York,
Yeah. I don't know.
She's just now in Oklahoma, right?
Yeah, it was Oklahoma.
So it's just like, well, now what?
I don't know.
So are we going to see her character again? If it would feel weird to spotlight a character we're never going to see again. So I guess we will.
I think so. One way or another, we'll see her. I think Kingpin will drag her in something, or who's to say?
I think Kingpin will start doing something wild when he becomes a mayor, and then she'll have to come and like try and help stop him.
Yeah.
Because she's hearing about what's happening.
Either way, I guess we'll just go with it.